I'm never ready. Wow. Who met who at 9 a.m. at Target? It was us. I look like I'm leading the fucking circus.
Who spent 12 minutes in the tampon aisle at Target this morning?
It's stressful. My fertile window's coming up. I gotta open my Clue app, not Spawn, and say how heavy my period is so it knows, so it can tell me and warn me next time. See, I didn't do a good job this time. What day was my heaviest, you know?
We got a lot of Spawn, not Spawn
Spawn,
points
not,
in this episode.
Spawn, not Spawn. I feel like that was a heavy day. I feel like that was a medium day. And then today, I feel like we're spotting. So here we go. All right, updated my predictions. Look at this magical little thing.
I love that.
You know, when I went...
What does blue mean?
Blue is when I'm ovulating, apparently, supposedly. Who knows?
So if the bar's the highest, you're likely to bear a child?
Yeah, that's baby day, the 16th.
That's...
But you know what's so funny? When I went back a few years to when I was sleeping with he who will not be named. And I'm like looking at what I entered in here and I was like, oh, I was having a lot of like went in protected but the condom broke type sex like during ovulating periods. And I'm like, wow, I was really trying to stress myself out. If you can get pregnant, it's the most terrifying thing all the time, especially if you don't want to get pregnant and you also like don't know if you trust birth control or haven't had always great experiences with birth control. Anyway, I went back through that time and risky Tonjes. Risky fertile myrtle. Fertile myrtle over here. Well, apparently not because I never got knocked up unless I was just constantly having miscarriages.
No, your eggs were like...
Yeah, my eggs were like, ha ha, you thought. Oh, no. I don't even like eggs. See? My body
She doesn't like breakfast food.
I'm not a breakfast food bitch. Occasionally it's like, oh, I'll have a sausage. Sometimes occasionally I'm like, oh, scrambled eggs. But immediately after I'm like, okay, I'm good for the year. And usually the one breakfast a year I have with Mike Falzone because I know Mike Falzone loves his like 7 a.m. breakfast. Yeah, so that's his present. Welcome to What the Sweet Fuck. I'm Meghan Tonjes.
And I'm Nicola Foti.
And this is where we talk about
all things fuckworthy.
I put a little makeup on for you today, baby boy.
I mean, I have eyebrows.
Did I
That's
shower?
pretty much it.
No.
Oh, I didn't either.
Wow.
Yes. And I walked, so I
put deodorant on.
I'm so good.
Fine. Yeah, you're fine. We're not fucking. I don't have to do any extra maintenance.
They can't smell us.
They can't smell us. I look like I smell good.
And we do smell good.
Yeah.
You know?
I spray myself with lotions and potions. Today I sat stressed out at a Target about tampons and sunscreen. There's just too many fucking options, and I'm like, even though I should, you think I'm 33, and you think I would have like, these are my go-tos, these are my holy grails, these are my favorites, but I am a bitch for packaging. So if there's packaging that draws me in, I will sit there for like 15 minutes being like, okay, I'm gonna look on Amazon, I gotta read the reviews, like what should I do? More than likely, I'm just gonna get the thing that I want and then hate it, but I want it.
I could not tell you with certainty what eyebrow pencil I use. And I get a new one every time because by the time my first one is done, I throw it out and I don't think to look at it. So the one I'm using right now, I hate. And now, hopefully, next time I'll remember I need to get black-brown, not deep brown, or what, see, like I don't even know what the current one I'm using is.
It's probably too warm for you.
It is too warm.
See, I could have told you that.
I got like little orange caterpillars above my eyes. Gotta go black-brown next time. I just hope I remember.
Yeah. You know what I realized recently? This is part of getting older. I realized that, like, for some reason, well, I mean, I know why this is also being poor. So, like, when I'm like putting mascara on and stuff, I will try to stretch it out as far as possible. It's like, I don't need to go for another dip for the other eye. Like, I'll just get the remnants of whatever. Or even when I'm putting like face stuff on, there's still a part of me that's like trying to save whatever. And I get it if it's like expensive, it makes sense. But there's so many, I have so many random fucking things I need to get through. And I'm sitting here like taking my time with one. Fuck it, use it all. I might die tomorrow. Put the serum on.
Use the whole $70 face cream at once.
Yes, fuck it. Use all of the mascara. Live richly, even if your bank account isn't rich.
You know what I like about us?
I mean, there's so many things.
No, but we are fortunate enough to get a lot of free shit. I get good shit for free, but I still just take the littlest amount.
Because you just never know if you're going to get another one of that. And some of the stuff
and I don't want to buy it.
Yeah, some of the stuff that I've gotten that I love the most is stuff that I didn't buy. And I'm just like, should I Instagram them again and hope they send something? Like, please help me, sir. I'm dry.
Spare some moisturizer.
Please. These are the things I think about. Not retirement, not like how I'm gonna pay for whatever.
No.
Just like, should I use another quarter size amount of moisturizer?
Keep it dime. Keep it at a dime.
Keep it at a dime. I am a dime.
I'm like a rolled up thing of pennies, but like some of the pennies are missing.
You're like, you know when people like get their quarters wrapped up, but then like they have to rip open the paper to get it? You're like the leftover ripped paper that they have to just like
bang it on the edge of the counter.
You're just like, fuck it up. What are you here for this week?
I'm here for the new, it looks like a Dora-esque show.
Okay.
And it's Molly of Denali or Molly from Denali. Where is it? Molly of Denali.
Okay.
And she is the first indigenous lead of a U.S. kids TV show.
Hell yeah.
Which is really crazy when you think about it, because this land...
Yeah.
Who are the people who were first?
Yeah, well...
And this is the first.
Molly of Denali.
In 2019. So I'm here for it. And like
that.
they have, you know, native people doing...
This is what I'm here for this week. Well, I mean, I'm not here for it in the sense that like it's horrifying, but there have been earthquakes the past week in California. And I want you to think of like some of the worst places you could be in the middle of an earthquake.
Yeah.
I was just at home sitting in bed. I thought Margot was like,
Both times?
Both times I was
Okay.
I was either close to bed or in bed. And I thought Margot was like chewing on her feet or something weird was happening. The last one I went outside, and that was so weird because I could literally, it felt like the world felt heavier. Like gravity felt heavier when we were I felt like, am I drunk? Like, why is everything kind of swaying? I feel kind of out of it. It's the weirdest feeling ever. Mm-hmm. Where were you?
Well, the first time I was sitting on the couch.
Okay.
And me and Ken were just sitting there, just looking around and being like, oh, like the shit that's hanging is swinging.
Yes.
And I look over at Warden and he's just like...
Margot didn't warn me either time.
Yeah.
Margot was not concerned.
I'm like, dogs are supposed to help us. What's happening?
Yeah,
They're like, nah, we're gonna... If we die, we die.
Tells you how much they hate us. That they were like, we'll take them. These people were on Space Mountain when it stopped mid-ride.
No! Oh my god, no. All of the drama is happening in Disneyland this week.
Isn't that real? Like,
wow.
They said we ended up evacuating on foot, walking around inside the ride with the lights on was so cool. I would have recorded it, but they made us hold onto the railing the whole time. I relate to this because there is a time, I think it's documented in a video, but I went to Disney. I've been to Disney a few times. The last time was when my grandmother died and I didn't know it yet.
Yes.
So that was like the last trip to Disney.
We were with your brother. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's my brother. Who got engaged the other day, by the way. Congratulations! He like reenacted an entire like Donald Glover performance from that like.
Oh yeah, you told me he was planning it. So
just
he
dancing.
succeeded.
He succeeded. Another person
Adorable.
in the Tonjes family, fucking welcome. Oh, it's chaos. You know what that also means? It means at one point I'll be going home for a wedding, and you know who will probably be at the wedding? My father.
And if you didn't know, her and her dad are best friends.
But anyway, so I was at Disney one time and all of the everythings kept breaking, either before we got on the ride or while we were on the ride. I was on not Space Mountain. I was on what's the water one?
Oh,
the raft.
Yeah.
The white water rafting, whatever the fuck.
Can't remember it. Not Pirates though.
Not Pirates.
A different water one.
You know what it was. You know which one it is. But anyway, we were going up, click, 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 and it like stopped. We had to be evacuated. We had to get out and walk. I don't know if you've ever been fat and tried to like go against gravity to get up to climb. Horrible. Horrifying. Hate it. So not the most fun ever. Can't imagine if it happened in the middle of an earthquake.
Yeah.
It's the chances of that happening while you're on a ride are so insignificant, but just enough that I will use it as an excuse for why I will never go on a roller coaster again.
I'm ready. You know what? If that's how I go, that's how I go.
You know, if that's how you go, that's how I would report. I would report it on What This Week Fuck. Nikki's not here with us this week. All right.
Here's a video from
here's some of his
the
best
roller
moments.
coaster.
Yeah. At least I would try to get views out of your death.
Yeah.
You know? The thing that I want to talk about today is kind of a callback to the last episode I put up, where we talked about Taylor Swift, and we kind of went into the music industry and gave scoots and gave my opinion, and I mentioned Ariana Grande, and I was like, ask yourself questions about people touring back to back and like why she's releasing so much music and just like whatever. Well, this week, people were posting video from a concert where apparently during a performance of her song R.E.M., she starts crying.
I hate it.
And just like she's just like, you can tell she's just going through it. She's going through it, man. That's the worst feeling ever, to be on stage and to be like so overcome with emotions. You're like, and that affects everything. It affects your voice. It's hard to recover from that. And I don't know if it's specifically something that's happening the song's reminding of her of, or if it's just like in general. But I mean, going on tour is already such a hard, exhausting thing. But then to do it after like tragedy after tragedy after tragedy. You have Manchester, you have Mac Miller's death, you have the end of her engagement. Like, it's like one thing after the other, and then she's going back-to-back tours. And so it's just like...
no time to process anything.
No time to process. Like, I really feel... I just feel for artists in general, man. It's just not an easy business. It's not necessarily a fun business. And even the people there at the top that are, like, doing the most, to see them kind of struggling and breaking down mental health-wise it's a lot.
I think people also don't realize that, like, to be a performer, you have to pretend like nothing's wrong. Like, when you're on stage, like, people are buying tickets to have you entertain them, and you have this, like, pressure of, like, well, I gotta do it.
I hope she goes on like a good deserved break, but I'm also understand that like going on a break, you're gonna have a lot of free time, and the more free time you have, the more you're gonna be thinking about the things. So that might be a lot of tragedy to process all at once. So I hope she has a good team around her, a good therapist, good support system. I think that there needs to be someone around her that's like, I know you love your fans, and I know you don't want to let them down, but all of this shit is keeping you wrapped up in something that's not healing you. So we have to work on you first, so you're not giving and giving away stuff that you don't have to give. She's got cancer in her chart, so it's, and it's cancer season. So she's
as wet as you?
Oh, also, yeah, it's like cancer season right now, and we're dealing with Mercury retrograde and eclipses and shit. That bitch is definitely crying a lot, for sure. I haven't really been crying. I think something's wrong with me.
Age.
I think, you know what I think it is? I think when other people around me are like going through it, for some reason, I get like it all swoops up.
Yeah.
And I keep it in.
You get to be strong.
I get to be strong. I'm like, okay, let me figure out.
And
but
you just turned 33 and a half.
Oh my God.
So.
Wow. Look at me. Just like Jesus.
Surviving.
Just like Jesus. I hate it so much.
Tuesday's the day to landscape.
Tuesday's the day? Let us know what day it is to landscape where you live, below in the comments. Probably things you don't even think of because you're young and spry. Not tethered to a fucking lease.
When's the next Meghan Tonjes show? That's what we really want to know.
Some days I wake up and I'm like, wow, I used to play shows. Like, the idea of having enough energy to tell stories and talk to people I don't know and, like, hug strangers.
A little stand-up set between songs.
Yeah, a little stand-up set between songs. Now I'm just like, I don't...
Making people laugh before they cry.
I was thinking about going to a party that's coming up eventually around VidCon.
Oh,
and the idea of, like, in the past, I've been like, oh yeah, like, running into people and hugging people. And now I have this experience of, like, they're just people that I don't want to see, or that I would feel awkward if they tried to hug me, or, like, it's weird how it's shifted so much of...
You just don't want to deal with it.
And I don't think that I've changed. It's just that, like, I've watched some of the men specifically... do really horrible things to people or be embroiled in whatever, and it's like the energy is just, I don't even want it. But people like that, for some reason, those same people, whenever they're going through it, because I just talk about whatever, we talk about stuff that's going on in the community over the years and whatever, and some of the people that we've talked about that I knew beforehand on a very, like, casual YouTube, we see each other at things way, when I've talked about them in the past or mentioned public stories about them, they come for me. They, like, send me threatening text messages. They send me fucking voicemails one after the other where they're clearly in the middle of their addiction and what's happening, and, like, and I don't respond, or if I have responded, it's been like, I promise you I'm not the one, like, don't, but those are the people that I would run into at a party, and they wouldn't understand, like, don't fucking talk to me. They would, like, want to make a scene. They think they're in the right. They want to fight with me. And it's like,
hey, so you don't like me.
Before I go into a party, it's like, do I really want to have this armor up of, like, now I got to fucking, I mean, I'll fight you. I have no problem yelling at a party, like, oh, you know, like, don't,
taking
please,
your phone out,
please,
recording the moment.
I promise you, I'm not one of these fucking 20-year-old fans. I promise you, my life without you is fine.
If they don't know, I don't know how they don't know.
I think that they weren't paying attention to who I've always been. They just knew me as someone that they thought they were okay with, but they didn't realize that's dependent on you being a good person. So when you're a fucked up, shitty person and you do fucked up, shitty things that are reminiscent of things that I've gone through, I'm going to have a different viewpoint of it. So the best thing you could do is to not do and to leave me the fuck alone.
Punctuated with a smile.
Punctuate everything with a smile. And then a fucking restraining order. Don't talk to me. I'll record it and I'll send it to my lawyer. Don't do it to yourself.
This is me after Ariana, like, you know, she has her healing time.
Better watch out for Ariana Venti, bitch. I
point.
can see the veins in your ear. It's crazy. Like, I can see these little, like, tree trunk. I'm gonna take a picture for you. I want you to see this. Because I don't know if this is, like, wrong. Hold on.
Am I dying?
I mean, you might be dying.
Am I zombifying? Wow.
Look at your little...
Wow. Just like
I just see them. I mean, they're so beautiful. It's like, that's where life is, you know?
Art.
It's where your blood's struggling to get through to the rest
I don't
of
know
your
why
brain.
I feel like I'm gonna touch it.
You would be a Vulcan if we were in a space trekky world.
What that is? I've never seen.
Look it up.
Space Trek. I've never seen.
Space Trick? I've never seen Space Trick either. I relate to Ariana Grande because I feel like this is exactly what Cancer season does.
Wet. She's just wet.
Just here you go. You thought, you trusted.
So what's the meaning of it being retrograde in Cancer season?
Sounds like a lot of crying, a lot of miscommunication, a lot of things not working, and a lot of crying about things not working. Which, if you could have seen Nicky for the past fucking 20 minutes struggling with his computer and his phone and everything's not working, which nothing ever is working for him, but it also isn't working for me. And I'm just saying that, like, I'm down to blame the universe. If I can't blame my parents, might as well blame the world.
You know who we can't blame?
Who?
These BBs.
Oh, I blame them for a lot. I blame them for the video that we're making currently, which you should go over to patreon.com/whatthisweekfuck, where we have to Facetune each other. I might Facetune
coming
you.
soon.
I might Facetune you as a fucking Vulcan.
I don't know what that is, but I'm insulted.
Yeah, you should be.
Heather Snitch, for our ladies. I can sleep well at night because of you. Thank you.
Elijah Lenahan. I don't need these, baby. All I need is you.
Shannon Lemon, your contribution to What the Sweet Fuck is like mother's milk. Thank you.
Lactating. Jeremy Shaw, we depend on you every month for your contribution. Thank you so much, baby.
Joan, we're passionate about you. Thank you for being here at the WTSF Patreon.
Satan, thank you so much for being a Patreon, baby. Just like these beautiful Always Daily Liners, you give us the protection that we need. Thank you, Dark Lord.
We want to give a to Jessica Trueblood Riddle.
Wow! Jessica Trueblood Riddle. They gave themselves their own nickname.
I love it.
And I appreciate it because I watched all of True Blood, but I don't remember a fucking thing from it. But I am Team Sookie Eric because I read those books, and Sookie and Eric were it. I read fan fiction once about Sookie and Eric that was so fucking good. I was like, fuck the show. This is hot.
You know what show I've also never seen? True Blood.
Well, guess what we're gonna get into, bitch?
Joanna Wilhelmina.
Joanna Gaines Wilhelmina. That's a little shout out to...
I love Joanna
Yeah,
Gaines.
I know. Chip and Joanna.
Sammy Sue.
Sammy Sosa Sue.
DeVince Alvarado.
DeVince, I want to paint you like the Sistine Chapel that you are, Alvarado.
Lawrence Colden.
Lawrence, I struggle
Larynx.
with words. Lawrence, it's cold in here.
Colden. Sebastian Whitaker.
Sebastian Under the Sea Whitaker.
Martine Hubert.
I want a little Martine in my mouth.
Wyatt Eaton.
Wyatt eating the last piece of goddamn pizza.
Roberto XS.
Roberto 3XLXS.
AJ Avicilla.
AJ, I wanna wrap you in the love of a puppy Avicilla.
Tamara Moongraves.
Tamara, the only bitch that cares about me, Moongraves.
Sam Brodeur.
Sam, it's too much, brother.
Chris and Mabin.
Chris and Mabin, the love of my life, but unfortunately or fortunately, it's Margot.
MK Zavader.
MK Twitch Bitch the Vader.
Evan Blue.
Evan's so blue without you.
Stephanie. Chelsea Strong.
Chelsea Strong arm the way to my heart.
Pam Gallegos.
Pam, I just want to tell you about your Lord and Savior Jesus Christ Gallegos.
And William Harvey.
William, say no shit. Say fucking be the shit, Harvey.
We also want to thank all the BBs you see on the screen, the BBs you don't see who are ghost BBs. If you'd like to become a ghost BB in the afterlife, please join our Patreon at patreon.com/whatasweetfuck.
Join us. Boo. Boo. Let's haunt.
Boo bitch.
Boo bitch. Margot, you want to say boo bitch? You need a haircut.
You can find me most places at Soundly Wake and watch the other episode over on my channel.
I mean, look, you're here. Subscribe to me. Make sure you're subscribed. Hit that notification ass bell. Leave a comment, like it, share with a friend, put it in a playlist, and then find me on all the other social medias at Meghan Tonjes because you're missing out because my Instagram story is fire.
We love you so much.
Oh, you're all right. Bye.